Alright, well, it looks like I just have a really shitty haircut, but I promise my hair's back here. I probably should fix it. Fuck. My little nub of a braid. So I just went to Taco Bell and I got myself, I literally should be sponsored by fast food joints, honestly, because it's all I eat. But I am addicted, and this is going to be my third one for today. So if that doesn't show you how addicted I am, then I don't know what does. These potato Doritos, that's what they're called. They're so fucking good. It's just a burrito, but it has potatoes in it. They're like $1. I used to be obsessed with the McDonald's sausage burritos because they were $1. They're so fucking cheap. I feel like the price makes them better than they are. Like, they're not that good, but like, they're cheap. But I got food poisoning from the sausage burrito, so I haven't had one since. Been looking for something to replace it. Found them. I just posted a mini Storytimes video last week, but I got so many fucking words, and I actually had a lot of fun filming that, and I had a lot of stories that I wanted to keep going with it, so I'm going to do a part 2 right now. You guys sent me so many that I just feel like it would be wrong of me not to do it, you know? So basically, if you didn't watch last week's video, I have you guys send me words on Twitter, and then I take the words and I try to remember stories that have happened to me, stories that you wouldn't typically remember, very minuscule stories that don't really mean anything, but they mean a lot because they happened to you. So I'm gonna go find my tweet, and then we're gonna go through more of the words. So I'm gonna eat a little bit of my burrito because I'm fucking hungry. Oh my god, I have to show you guys this. Someone tell me that me and Harry Styles as babies aren't like perfect. I mean, well, we're ugly as shit, like obviously, but we look identical, and I don't know why, but I don't want to say we look like brother and sister because I love him and I want to marry him. I'm just saying, if we had babies, they would be fucked. It would be so ugly. Make sure I don't have bleed in my teeth before I start speaking because that'll ruin the whole thing. I just scar me for life. The one thing about Taco Bell though is that they don't have Diet Coke and they have Diet Pepsi. It's just not the same. Key. There was one time, I used to have a really obnoxious keychain. I wish I had my car keys so I could show you guys, but they're too far away. I used to have this really obnoxious keychain on my keys. Well, I had like 45,000 keychains. So I put my key in my ignition, you know, just turning my car on, and I drove back home. And when I went to take my key out of the ignition, I noticed that I had accidentally looped my key through one of the keychains. Like, I had a keychain that was just a bunch of little circles basically dangling down, just a little chain. My key went through one of the holes of the chain and into my car. And so I couldn't get the key out because it just kept getting stuck on the chain. Like, I couldn't turn the key fully to get it out because the chain just kept getting in the way. So I ran inside because I couldn't turn my car off. I couldn't lock my car. My car was just like running because there's nothing I could do. So I ran inside to my brother and I was like, please help me. Like, I can't turn my car off. I don't know what to, I can't just leave my car running until my dad gets home. I was like, please come help me try to get this out. And then he couldn't get it out, and I'm just sitting there for an hour, and I'm like, I can't leave my car. Like, I physically cannot leave my car right now, because if I do, anybody could just like waltz on up and just take it. But yeah, my dumbass got my key stuck in my ignition for like a couple hours. I finally got it out. I don't know how. I think I just kept playing with it and it just like loosened up and came out, but it's a good time. It was actually very scary. I think I cried. Magic. Hey Casey, you're probably not watching it, but hey dude. I'm gonna show you guys a magic trick. Now I have to get my wallet, so I guess I could have shown you my keys, but that's happens when you're lazy. All right, I'm gonna use my $10 bill because I'm clearly loaded. Okay, watch this shit, watch this magic. Okay, so like, notice how he is facing up, okay? Ah, shit, I fucked it up. Damn it, how do you do this? Okay, hang on. Fuck me up. That took me like 20 minutes, but like, fuck me up, boys. That was cool. That was my magic trick. I don't have any other stories about magic, I don't think. Leggings. I feel like I'm the person, like, I'm gonna show you guys. A lot of this is gonna be show and tell. I'll bring it back again. Okay, I am that meme that's like, the girls wear the same pair of leggings every day, and it's like the girl throwing all of her leggings in the air. And these are just the clean black leggings. Well, I mean, there's some gray in here too, but like, who's really looking? These are just my clean ones. I'm addicted to leggings. I had to wear them to work every single day, so I feel like I have an excuse, but at the same time, do I really? Okay, we're just gonna set those bad boys right there. Put them away later. Actually, I think my hat. All right, well, my hat got lodged in there. Sorry guys, fooled you. They're not actually leggings, they're all hats. I can look like a boy so easily. Okay. Tell me I couldn't pass kind of for like a teenage boy. No, probably not. I can never wear hats in my videos. Kayla wears hats in her videos, but mine just gives me a giant shadow on my face. It's not fair. Detention. I actually have gotten detention before. I've only ever gotten in trouble in elementary school. Like middle school to high school, I was too scared to get in trouble for anything. I think I got sent to sweep once, which was like the room you got sent to if you were late to class. But one time in elementary school, I made a hit list. I promise I'm not insane. I promise I'm not a psychopath. But I made a hit list. Basically just a list of people that you wanna, I guess, kill. I didn't want to kill them. I just hated her a lot. I only had one person on the hit list. I just wrote her name over and over and over again. I guess that does make me sound like a psychopath. She told the principal, which, thank you, because who just casually lets somebody have a hit list with just their name on it? And I got in trouble. I was also on somebody else's hit list. I don't know what was up with my elementary school and hit list, but this one kid had a hit list and I was actually genuinely scared of him. I was like, this kid is actually gonna kill me. So I told the principal, and then we had to have a meeting and we talked it over and he took me off the hit list. Just elementary school things. Jump rope. I don't know if this was a thing that many schools did, but when I was in elementary school, we would have to do double dutch as like a PE thing. It was actually the sickest shit. Does anybody want to start a double dutch team, like a jump rope team? Because I'm down. It was like where the two people on both sides, they'd each have 2 jump ropes and they would do this shit, and then you have to like hop on 1 foot or like do a spin or like 360. It was pretty cool. Pancake. Oh my god. At a convention, Kayla and I had just left our friend's house to go back to our Airbnb to sleep, and it was probably like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And we heated up some pizza before we went to bed, and Kayla and I were just sitting there recording ourselves because we were just delirious. And she dropped her phone at one point on top of the pizza, and she goes, "How's my phone gonna land perfectly on top of the pancake?" And like, oh my god, we lost it. It was so fucking funny. It's just like a meme now. Paint. I actually have a question for you guys. Would you want to see, for any reason, I don't know why you would, but it's me, would you want to see a video of me painting drunk? I am okay at painting when it comes to like copying things, which is like the shittiest way to paint. Like, you should be creative and make your own shit. I can't do that. When I'm looking at something, I can recreate it pretty well. I mean, depending on what it is, but I wanted to take famous paintings and recreate them drunk. If you guys want to see it. Brittany and I were also gonna take a class where you paint, like it's like a wine and painting class. We're gonna do that too. But that was already planned, so that wasn't for a video. Snow. I went snowboarding one time, and this is probably like one of my first times snowboarding, but me and my friend, we rode the ski lift up to the top of the mountain, and as we were going down, my board felt kind of loose, so I sat down to try to fix my boot, but I scooted over, like all the way over to the tree so that I wasn't in anybody's way, because it's just annoying when you're going down, people are just like sitting there. So I'm all the way in the trees, like hidden, and I'm fixing my boot and my straps and all that kind of fun stuff, and all of a sudden I just feel this fucking thud on the back of my head, and I turn around and this lady, she's on skis, and I'm assuming it was like her first time skiing or some shit. She like got off track and somehow ended up in the trees and just fucking railed me in the back of the head. Like, she basically used me as a jump, like a fucking ski jump. Like, this bitch just went off. It didn't hurt that bad, honestly. Like, I was just more in shock than anything else. But like, she went over me and I started tumbling and she started tumbling, and my friend's dad was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, he went off. Legends went off. That was for Emma Kate. Dude. I saw Emma Kate today. If you guys don't know who Emma Kate is, she's a friend of mine. She actually gave me this. This is just pure art. I'm going to put this on display in my room. If you guys have any bottles, say Courtney. I'm gonna open a P.O. box for just these. Just kidding, I'm not opening a P.O. box. But seriously, I just want to collect all of them in the world. I want to have all of them. I want to fill a kiddie pool up with bottles that just say Courtney on them and swim in it. Power outage. Actually, we have a lot of power outages here. I feel like it's because we aren't used to storms. When a storm comes, it just everything goes wrong. There was one where I was in my room on my computer, and obviously the lights just went out, and I was just sitting there so casually, and I hear my mom in the kitchen. She's like, "Hello? Hello?" But like, she sounded terrified. So I like got up and I went out there, but you can't see anything. Like, my phone was dead. Like, I literally couldn't do anything. It was the saddest thing. Like, she's like, "I didn't know anybody was home. I thought I was gonna just be like in the dark by myself." She's like, "I don't know where my phone is. I don't have a flashlight." And my house is like scary. Like, my mom's house is terrifying. And that's the house that I believe is haunted. And so I was like, oh my god, this poor woman's in the kitchen like ready to just die. I don't know what made me think of this, but there was one time where my older sister was babysitting me and my younger siblings, and my mom was at a friend's house, like in our neighborhood. Like, she was probably like 5 houses down. So my mom called us and she was like, "There's an unfamiliar car in the neighborhood. Take all your siblings and just lock yourselves in a room until we figure out who it is." Because I lived in a gated community, and it was like everybody kind of knew each other. So like, when there was a stranger in the vicinity, then everybody was like, And there was a lot of kids in the neighborhood too, so it was kind of just like a sketchy thing. So my sister took me and my siblings and locked us in the smallest bathroom in the house. Like it was just a sink and a toilet and then the 4 of us and our dog. So we were all just sitting in the bathroom like crying because we're scared, and we're like all huddled together in tight corners because we chose the smallest room in the house. And then my mom called us later and she was like, just kidding, it's our friend. College. Well, I only went to college for 2 years. Oh my god, I actually do kind of have a story. I was gonna say all of my stories either revolve around creepy boys or me not talking to anybody. But I actually did have a teacher, and I loved this teacher. It was I think it was criminal law. I did so well throughout the semester. I got an A in the class, which was almost impossible because this teacher was so hard. We did presentations in the class, obviously, but they had to be 30 minutes. 30-minute presentation. It's like just so extra, so ridiculously extra, but we did them. And actually, I mean, I didn't hate it because I was talking about things that I liked, but that's beside the point. So I got an A in the class, and everybody else either failed out because, okay, let me explain how strict my teacher was. You could only have 2 absences. If you missed the 3rd class, on that 3rd class, he would kick you from the class. And I remember I was like deathly ill one time. I texted him and I was like, hey, I'm so sick, I can come into class, but I'm gonna be in the back puking. And he texted me back and he was like, well, if you're that sick, I guess I'll just see you next semester. And I was like, I'll be there. He texted me back and he was like, I'm just kidding, stay home. But I think he just had a thing for me. I shouldn't say that, it's really bad. But I found out that that my teacher got arrested for organized prostitution. And I was like, well, awesome. I'm so glad that I was one of your favorite students. And he used to be a cop. I'm actually pretty sure he was a cop. I think he was higher up. Like, I don't remember what he was, but I was like, oh, you're doing great, sweetie. One Direction. I don't want to talk about it. For some reason, because I love One Direction. I love One Direction for a very long time now. In high school, I was a Liam girl, and I loved One Direction. I listened to all of their, I don't know. Right now, in this current state, I'm a Harry girl, definitely. But I can't shake off my obsession with them. And I'm like, you are 22 years old, Courtney. You need to calm down, but I can't. It's worse now than it has ever been. Someone said carpet, but I'm not thinking about carpet. I'm thinking about my brother on a table. That's kind of weird. Let me explain. My sister was babysitting us again, and this was when my brother was teeny tiny. He was so young. My sister had her friend, and then it was me and my brother. We were in the living room, and my brother was running around our coffee table, and I'm sure you can guess where this shit is going. I guess it does have to do with the carpet. My brother slipped on the carpet, and he hit his forehead on the edge of the table and cracked his like thing open. I can't remember if it was his chin or his forehead or like his cheek. I don't remember. Something on his face. But he cracked it open and he's just like laying on the ground bleeding. And my sister was like, what do I do? I can't help you. And so my sister's friend kind of helped him out and stuff, but he went to the hospital. My brother has fallen a lot and gone to the hospital a lot. We were at the pool one time, like a community pool, and he was running around the pool and he slipped and fell. Not really sure what he expected, but he slipped and busted his chin. He's broken his arm, I think, or like fractured it. Poor boy, he's been through a lot. First kiss, actually I have a whole story time about my first kiss. It was under a tree in my friend's neighbor's front yard. It was cool. Not cool at all. It was very awkward. It was weird. It was dumb. I shouldn't. And that is actually all I'm going to do right now. I recorded for 45 minutes for my last one because I was like, well, I'm going to cut out a lot of footage, or like some stories I'll cut out. I'm only recording for 20 minutes this time because that video is long as shit and I don't want this one to be as long. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go eat the rest of my burrito. I actually think he gave me, he did. He gave me 2 burritos. I love it when they do that shit. Like whenever McDonald's always does that for me, Taco Bell does it. I order one thing, they give me 2. Just a blessing, honestly. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I have to fart. I farted. I was riding to the car. Funny story actually about this burrito. Earlier I was on my way to my friend's dive meet and I was eating one of these in the car because I was hungry, so I got one on the way. And I spilled the sauce all over my white shirt. Well, not all over it, but I spilled it like down here. And so, you know how people have been tying their shirts lately? Well, I did that shit to try to hide the stain. It did hide it pretty well though, but I was like, well, good thing this isn't fashion because I'm using it to hide my stains. I'm gross. All right, bye.